All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to TurkPride.tv for today's matchup between the hometown Turks and the visiting Growls of Overlake High School. My name is Dan Baylor. I am your host today, and we appreciate you spending some time with us here. We had a brief, I apologize, late start. We had a brief weather delay. We had a little thunder shower that passed through. We had to put tarps out on the field briefly, and you can see they're kind of putting some drying agent out on the base paths and so forth. But we're hopeful that Mother Nature will cooperate and allow us to get the game in this afternoon. It's very overcast. Like I said, looking at potential thunder showers and rain developing as we get later into the afternoon, early evening hours. So with that being said, definitely much different than it was on Wednesday. It was beautiful, sunny and warm. Today, cloudy, rainy, and 43 degrees. So anyway, that brings us here, sets the stage as we're going to get ready here. Final warm-up tosses are underway, and we will be in action here in just a moment. Turks coming off of a good game that ended up just a bit short on Wednesday as they took on South Whidbey. If you were unable to join us, the Falcons of South Whidbey. Game was tied through 5. Sixth inning, South Whidbey scored and then scored a few more in the 7th. The Turks were unable to come back and ended up on the short end of a 4-1 score. That was on Wednesday. So here we are today. Hoping for better things today as the Turks come into this on the 2. This is their third home game, coming into this at a home record of 1 win and 1 loss. Win coming against Mount Baker, and again the aforementioned loss against South Whidbey just 2 days ago. All right. And Jim Brock is leading off for Overlake. Number 12, Overlake, in their dark green with the gold numerals, white pants. The Turks in their home Columbia blue tops and white pants. First pitch is a ball. And second one hit straight away center field, deep, and caught for out number 1. So straight away center, but caught for out number 1 by the Turks. Sebastian Gomez stepping in for the Growls. Ball 1. Ball 2. Low, ball 3. And ball 4. So the runner advances, gets a free pass to first base, and resets the count here for our third batter, number 4, which is Michael Kamola. And Mr. Kamola is a tall young man as he stands out there and steps in. So 1 out here in the top half of the first. Again, for those just joining us, we had a brief rain delay as we started the game. Rain has subsided currently, but as you can probably see from the video, the field has taken a fair amount of moisture, and we're just hopeful that we can get the game in here this afternoon, that Mother Nature will cooperate. Fouled off the screen, back strike. Runner takes the lead down at first. Pitch delivered, hit high, and to right field. He's coming, digging hard, and that's going to fall fair, and so the good runner is going to have a single. Runner at first advances over to second. So we've got runners at first and second, 1 out for the Growls here in the top of the first. On the mound for the Turks, number 22, Derek Feltner, starting off today. And that gets past the catcher. Runners are going to go, and he's going to hold. So now we're going to runners at second and third. Still one out. And count is 1 ball, no strikes. Outside, gets past the catcher. For those of you that maybe haven't been here at Turk Field before, the space behind the backstop is actually fairly short. So on a pass ball, it does take a bit of courage to make that scamper from third base to come home. All right, Feltner kind of cleaning his cleats there. Again, kind of getting a little soft material today tends to clog up your cleats, and so you have to keep those clean and get some good grip. That's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that's outside. And the catcher lost it. It went back against the screen and just lost it. And that's run scores for the Growls, so they're now lead the Turks 1-0. Yeah, it was a passed ball, and the catcher just couldn't locate where it went to, and the runner was able to score relatively easily from third. So we have runners just at third base now. 1 out still. Count remains 3 balls, 1 strike. And that's hit foul, hard but foul down the first baseline. It hit the bus. The Overlake bus is over there. The Overlake bus is over there, and that's the hazards. That's why Mickey parks her pretty car up and walks down, right? For that exact reason. You don't want to take a chance of hitting your car. And that's outside, and that's going to be ball 4. So runner is going to advance. We have runners at first and third, 1 out here in the top half of the first. Growls leading the hometown Turks 1-0. Runner goes. And going to just throw back to the pitcher. You don't want to make a play on that because, again, then the runner's going to hightail it from third to home, and you're going to give up a run. So runners now at second and third, still 1 out. And catcher loses that one. That was a low pitch, and it's going to score a run for the Growls. So now they lead 2-0. Count is 1-1 on the batter. So here in the first inning, Feltner's struggling a little bit with his control. He's had some pitches down in the dirt, low, and the catcher they're kind of trying to get on the same page. Swing and a miss. That's a nice pitch right there. One ball, 2 strikes. And ball gets underneath the catcher, and runner's going to come in and score from third. Now makes it 3-0. Growls. Count stays at now 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter. Ball outside. Inside ball. And that's going to be a free pass. We're going to runner at first for the Growls. And that's going to bring up number 8. Number 8 is Tor Hermanson.
Now batting, number 8, Tor Hermanson.
strike. Nice pitch there by Feltner. Trying to find his groove here in the first inning. And nice throw over, and the runner gets back safely under the tag. High. Good recovery there by the catcher. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top half of the first. Growls leading 3-0. Swing and a miss, and he's out on strike. So 2 outs now for the Growls. And it's going to bring up number 2, Zayden Gauther.
Now batting number 2, Zayden Gauther.
And for those that may be from Overlake that are joining us here on TurkPride.tv, welcome, welcome. All are welcome here. And we do appreciate you spending some time with us on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Strike 1. Feltner looks in, and that's pitch is high, ball 1. 2 outs now. Again, runner at first for the Growls. Nice pitch, strike for Feltner. So definitely starting to get more comfortable here as this inning is progressing. That's hit hard in left field. Looks like, from my vantage point, it's going to be foul. Foul. So deep into left field, but foul. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner goes. And thrown, but up the line. And runner slides in safely. So we have a runner on second now. Still 2 outs. Low, nice block by the catcher. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the batter steps out of the box. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Payoff pitch, fouled back over the first base side. Count remains full at 3-2. Inside, ball 4. So runner gets a free pass down to first base. And runners at first and second. Still 2 outs for the Growls here in the top half of the first, leading the Turks 3-0. Number 5, Caleb O'Gara stepping in.
Number 5, Caleb O'Gara.
Runner in scoring position there at second base for O'Gara. Runner goes. And it's going to be a throw to third. Close, but not in time. So we're going to have runners at the corners, first and third. Time. So we got with a ball. First pitch was a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. That's fouled right back at our vantage point. Pretty close. Oh, it hit the roof. Foul, strike 1. 1-1. strike on the outside corner. Nice pitch by Feltner. Strike 3, and the side is retired. But not before Overlake scores 3. We head to the bottom of 1. Sultan trailing 3-0. All right, we make our way headlong into the bottom half of the first inning with the Turks trailing 3-0. Keegan Almold leading things off for the Turks. Pitch gets past for ball 1. On the mound for the Growls, number 15, Sebastian Gomez. And that's low, ball 2. And that's hit sky high, but foul. Back out of play. Strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that's a hot shot right to the shortstop. Fields it cleanly over to first for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down for the Turks here in the bottom half of the first.
Number 10, Caden Keeler.
All right, Caden Keeler, number 10, steps in as second batter here for the Turks. That's low. Ball one. Ball two. Strike. Two and one. Chopped foul. Strike two. 2 and 2. Ooh, that's hit sharply to the right field. It's going to get over the head, and it's going to be at least a double. Keeler turns, digging hard, making his way to second base. He's going to go for three. He's on his way, and safe at third. Triple by Keeler. Nice hit. Excellent job by that young man. Great hustle to make it all the way around to third. And it looks like Mom's going to be doing some laundry tonight. All right, Keeler, nice way to lead things off there for the Turks. Just one out with a runner in scoring position down at third base. So good hustle, great hit by that young man. First pitch, ball one. High, ball two. Feltner just needs to be patient here. Got a golden opportunity with Keeler at third, and he hits it sky high, but that's foul, out of play. Strike one. Strike on the inside corner. Nice pitch there by Gomez. And that's a hit. That's going to score a run. All right, TJ Halson, who was our pitcher on Wednesday, who did just a fantastic job. Really impressed with that young man. Great control, great velocity on his pitches, but did come up just a little short, is stepping in for the Turks. So they're on the board, now trailing 3-1 to the Growls here in the bottom half of the first inning. Swing and a miss, strike two. So Gomez quickly ahead. No balls, 2 strikes on Halson. Ooh, and that's hit straight away, but yes, out, makes the catch, and the runner retreats. So 2 outs now. Nice catch by the center fielder there. He came in charging hard and was able to make the catch cleanly and come up with the out.
Number 27, Overlake.
Oakley Haney, number 27, stepping up next for the Turks with now 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first. Runner on first base. Strike one. Outside ball. Throw over and easily gets back in time. Foul, strike. Runner goes, and the pitch is short little dribbler right at second baseman. Digs in, but not in time. Runner's going to advance over to third. We're going to have runners at first and third for the Turks with 2 outs. A little 2-out rally going on here by the Turks. So nice hustle there by the second baseman. Couldn't get there in time and had to make an errant throw over to first, which allowed the second runner to advance from second to third. Low, ball one. Throw over to first base. Inside ball. Two balls, no strikes. Strike right down the pipe. 2-1. All right, runners at the corners again for the Turks. Your 2 outs. And Gomez throw a toss over to first base again, trying to keep the runner close. Bubba Verhul, number 6, at the plate for the Turks. Strike. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In the bottom half of the first. High. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and the side is retired. But the Turks score 1, Strand 2. We head to the top half of the second inning. Turks trailing 3-1. All right, we make our way headlong into the second inning with the Turks trailing 3-1. First pitch, ball one. Strike. For those of you just joining us, we did have a late start. We had a little thunder shower that came through, which delayed our start by about 10 minutes. Swing and a miss, strike two. But thus far, rain has held off, and we've been able to continue, so we hope that is the case, as more rain is expected as we make our way into the late afternoon, evening hours. Outside ball. Strike three, and first batter is retired. J.M. Brackus. Yes, ball one. Strike. And fouled off the screen. Strike two. Low ball. And definitely a difference in the weather from what we saw on Wednesday. It was beautiful in the low 60s, and today in the low 40s. Cold, overcast, drizzly. And that's a slow roller right to the second baseman. Comes up, bobbles it briefly, but in time for out number two. So 2 up, 2 down for the Growls here in the top half of the second. Two down. And next up, the pitcher, Sebastian Gomez. Inside corner, strike one. High, ball one. Oh, and it's overthrown. And a pinch runner. Ooh, and that's hit sharp but foul. Runner goes. And gets a safe pass down to second base. Strike. And that's hit sharply and in between third and short. And that's going to score a run, so it's going to be 4-1 with an RBI double for the Growls. Yes. Growls with a runner on second. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Mm-hmm. One and one. Strike.
See, I don't understand. Some of them are balls when they go. And now, much as they want. That was a strike. That was a ball.
Yeah, that was a ball. And that's drops in left field. Runner's going to advance and score, and that's going to make it 5-1 Growls. So a little 2-out rally here for the Growls.
Number 17, Nathan Smitters.
Nathan Smitters, number 17, stepping in for Overlake. Strike. And it's hit high and shallow, but caught for out number 3. But the Growls score. Again, with the side retired, they lead now 5-1. All right, we head on to the bottom half of the second. Turks trailing 5-1. Casey Sifferman stepping in and leading things off. Low, ball 1. Inside, ball 2. Ball 3. Strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that's hit straight away center field. But center fielder gets a good jump on it and a long fly ball out for out number 1. Jacob Vettig, number 2, stepping in for the Turks. Base is empty, 1 out in the bottom half of the second inning. Turks trailing 5-1. Outside, ball 1. Strike. High, ball 2. Swing and a miss. Strike. 2-2. Fouled on the first baseline. Count stays at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outside, ball 3. Count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Base is empty for the Turks here in the bottom half of the second, trailing 5-1. And jammed him, swing, out, number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for the Turks here in the bottom of 2. And it's going to bring up number 8.
Now batting number 8, Brett Bush.
Brett Bush. High, ball 1. Strike. So both teams seem to have kind of settled in here in the second inning. First inning was pretty fast and furious here, but things settling down here in the second for both of these squads. Outside ball. 2-1. And that's a chopper right back to the pitcher. He's going to soft hand toss over to first base for out number 3. So the side is retired. We go to the top of 3, Turks trailing 5-1. All right, onward and upward to the third inning we go. Growls leading 5-1. First pitch in there for a strike. And leading off for Overlake is Tor Hermanson. And he hits a chopper right at the shortstop. Slow roller over to first, but not in time. Had to pull off the bag, and he was able to make it safely. So first leadoff runner for the Growls on at first base. Zayden Gouth here in for the Growls, squares to bunt, and it gets passed by the catcher, so we're going to have runner advance from first to second. And first pitch is a ball. Strike, nice pitch. So we appreciate you spending time here with us on a Friday afternoon on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. I want to remind you next Friday we have our next broadcast. Outside ball. Runner's going to go and advance from second to third. Oh, looks like Mom's going to be busy doing laundry tonight after that head first slide. Yep, that's somebody's doing laundry tonight. Yes, they are. A little muddy out there today. For those of you that joined us late, we did have a thunder shower that came through and definitely dropped some precipitation, on the field, and it is a little slippery out there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, I'm sorry, ball 4. All right, so we have runners at first and third. Nobody out for the Growls here in the top half of the third. Caleb O'Gara, number 5, stepping in for the Growls. And we're starting to get a little bit of rain come back here. A shower moving through. Runner goes. And going to toss back to the pitcher. So now we have runners at second and third. No outs. I think it's ball 1. All right, and again, we do have a little bit of shower activity just popping up here. So again, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Field conditions are not the best given the showers that we had early on. Ball outside. 3 balls, no strikes. And that's ball 4. So free pass. We're going to have the runners' bases will be full first, second, and third. And Coach Leverett is going to come out and have a little discussion with his pitcher. All right, as we have this break in the action, I want to bring to your attention, for those of you joining us here on the stream today, the great new graphics that we have as far as our scoreboard and our pitch count that is courtesy of the young lady that happens to be sitting to my right, my producer Brandy. She did such an awesome job in working with executive producer Diamond Dave Moon to get that pulled together. So just wanted to give her a shout out and say thank you on behalf of all of our viewers. That definitely enhances the viewing pleasure of our audience. So good job. All right, back to action. So Feltner does stay in and continues on. And like I said, that was a ball, I believe. And pass ball, runner's going to come, and the Growls are going to score, and that's going to make it 6-1 Overlake. All right, so now we have runners at second and third. Nobody out here for Overlake in the top half of the third inning. They lead the hometown Turks 6-1. Foul back over the screen. Strike. Two balls, one strike. Foul. Strike two. All right, and we are going to have a pitching change now. So Coach Leverrett's out there. He's taking the ball, and we're going to figure out who our next pitcher is. So we'll have a brief break here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Feltner gets a nice round of applause, but he is done for the day. All right, we are right back where we left off, which would be full count to the batter. Runners at second and third. No outs for the Growls. They lead the Turks 6-1. And a sharp throw. It's going to come to home, and the throw is high. Runner's safe. Nice try, but the throw was up the line and high. So we've got runners at first and third. Now 7-1 Overlake. And taking Feltner's spot on the mound, Caden Keeler stepping in for the Turks. Now batting for the Growls, J.M. Brackus. And Brackus lifts one to right center, and it's caught by the center fielder. Runner tags at third. He's going to score, so that's the 8th. And we will end up with 1 out, runner at first, and now an 8-1 score, Overlake. Runner at first. Yes, runner at first, and 1 out. And number 15, Sebastian Gomez stepping in, our pitcher for Overlake today. And again, light rain continues to fall here. Outside ball. Strike. Keeler throws over, runner retreats back and tags. Outside ball. And again, next Friday here on TurkPride.tv, the Hometown Turks take on the Eagles of Cedar Park Christian High School, 4 o'clock here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. That was a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. And runner goes back. Keeler, our pitcher, had a very nice triple earlier on in the game today. That's ball. And runner gets a free pass. We're going to runners at first and second. Still 1 out for the Growls. All right, and the officials have called the game due to field conditions and inclement weather. So I think that is going to do it for us unless the sunshine pops out real quickly. But I think we are done for today with the Turks on the short end of an 8-1 score. And it'll remain to be seen whether this will be picked up at a later time. We'll try to get some clarification on that, or whether the score will stand. Again, not a 10-run. And we did not get through the prescribed 5 innings, but it appears as if we are done for today due to unsafe conditions on the playing surface. Just too much rain, and things got a little unsafe out there, so probably a good call. Disappointing, but probably the right call to make. All right. So with that, again, a reminder that we will be here a week from today, next Friday, 4 o'clock. Hometown Turks versus the Eagles of Cedar Park Christian here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. And the game has been called officially. So we do thank you for spending some time here with us this afternoon. We hope you enjoy your weekend. We'll hope for better weather next week. Weather forecast looks more promising next week. And we'll see you all here 1 week from today on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. For myself, my producer Brandy, we say good night.